Hi, we're back at it again in the garage. Today I'm hopefully, or in this episode, I'm hoping to get the wheel tub welded in and the quarter panel. So what have I been doing since I last seen yous? In here I have ground up the welds, tidied them up a little bit. So that's what I've done. I've also been mocking up the wheel tub and the quarter panel, and that all looks good. Quite happy with that. The gaps here are a little bit bigger than what I wanted, but we should be able to be okay with that. This quarter panel still wants to come up a little touch, as you can see there. So, and along there. So yeah, I think that's going to be its final fettle. Also, we've got another bit there that I need to repair. The joys of an old car. It fits okay in here. It's on the jig. That's nice and dandy. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I've just clamped it up. Is I'm just going to see if I can weld up the slits. If not, if it turns to shit, I'll just make a new flange for that. But we'll see how I get on. Give it a little dodgy weld first and see how that looks. Right, there we go. That's the bump stop or stiffener bracket, whatever you call it. Welded up the slits that I made in it and straightened that back out again. And yeah, that's not bad. Happy with that. What I haven't checked is if it still fits. Let's go and do that now. Torch. Oh, this is a big moment, eh? Right. Sorry for the noise. It's a bit awkward with that jigging. That fits absolutely lovely. Yeah, happy with that. That'll do. Right, I'll give that a clean up and a paint. That's the bump stop or stiffener, whatever you call it. That's it, had its first coat of primer and it's currently drying away there. So once that's dried, I'll give it a coat of Hammerite on the inside, basically because that's the only top coat paint I've got now. So I'll need to try and nip out at some point during the week and get some shitty paint that I can use to paint behind the panels. So yeah, let that dry and then we'll give it a coat of Hammerite, and obviously that will take overnight to dry for that. So in the meantime we can crack on, get that quarter panel off and get the wheel tub prepared. That's the stiffener panel, bump stop, whatever you call it. Had a coat of black Hammerite. I only had enough paint in the tin to do that, so I'm totally out of Hammerite as well now. I've also taken the quarter panel off it again. I'm going to have to repair this before I go any further, and also mark out round the arch where I need to take the paint off so that I can weld onto it, and also get that closing panel cleaned up. So I'll do that now. I'll get all the areas cleaned back where I need to weld to, and maybe have a go at fixing that. That is quite fun. That's not clever at all. got a funny feeling I'm going to have to put another bit of metal on there, because that's paper thin, and it's cracked up there as well. So yeah, better do something with that, and it's easier doing something with that while the quarter panel's off. Right, this is another day. That little panel that I painted yesterday, that's dry, so happy days. Right, I've obviously got this to clean back where I'm going to weld it, but before I do that I remembered I've got this down here to repair, so I'll crack on now and I'll get this repaired. We'll get the wheel tub out again, I'll repair this, and then we can move on to the wheel tub, because this is really the only opportunity I've got to repair that. And also I've got up here, I need to repair that as well, because that's Thin Lizzy up there. So yeah, I'll do the little repairs now, and then jump back onto the wheel tub. I've put a little slit in the seam here. To be honest, I'll probably have to repair it or replace that little bit. And I've ground the weld back here, and also clean back the inside so that it's nice and clean for welding. So what I'll do is I'll get a bit of copper bar up behind that and weld that back in, and hopefully that'll be that. Right, I've prepared that hole down there, but as predicted I've had to cut a section out. I'm also going to have to cut a section out here as well to repair that. Now, looking back on things, the amount of time I've spent mucking about with this back panel, if I was to do this again, it would be a complete panel up to here. They're only about 250 quid or something, and I think that it's well worth it, because if you think about how much time I've spent putting the infill in between the hinges, the repairs on that other quarter panel, or the rear panel, the repairs that I'm doing on this rear panel, yeah, if I was doing this again, it would be a complete rear end rather than all this mucking about job. Anyway, time for a brew, and I'll crack on with that. Right, I thought I'd jump back in again. As you can see, I've tacked a little piece on there. It's bigger than what it has to be. That'll help the heat dissipation. I'm also going to cut out a section here and up here. Yeah, it's grown arms and legs, but anyway, let's crack on. I'll fill up the joins, the dots, and then move on to the next bit. That's one repair panel done, one repair patch done. Still got a bit of tidying up to do around here, but I'll need to get myself a little die grinder, I think, so I can get into right into the bottom. So I've cut the next section out here. This will be the next bit to get pieced in, and then I've obviously got that bit up there. But I really need to have a tidy up, because the place is a shit pit and I hate working in a shit pit. So I'm going to get this quickly tidied up and then crack on again. Right, I had to stop for a clean up there because the mess was starting to overwhelm me, and I hate mess. Right, what have I done? This has been repaired, just needs finished off. There's a piece in here as well, not that great, but I'll tidy that up at a later date. I've repaired the hole up here as well. So that's taken care of. And like I said earlier, I really wish I just got a new back end for it. Would have been a lot less welding and hours. Right, now that I've had a wee clean up and got myself sorted out again, I'm going to start this tub. Need to get this in. That's closing panel welded in. I managed to spot weld along here, and I've got a couple of spot welds, 3 spot welds in here, and then I see me weld down the front of it. Obviously I couldn't get right in with the spot welder. Drilled a hole in this and welded that onto the end of the heel board, and spot welded in along here, and where the hole was I just filled that with weld. So now it's time to get this arch on. That's me test fitted the wheel tub. So what I've done is I've marked round the joins, or where I'm happy it's sitting, with some Tipp-Ex. That way I can see it. Unfortunately I'm going to have to take it out again because I need to clean behind here. So because it's fitting nicely, that nut or that bolt is nice and slack, so that's good. I've marked all around the perimeter so that when I put the wheel tub back in, I know where it's going. And behind the bump stop there, I'm going to have to clean back the metal so that I can weld the bump stop to it. And I've also got some holes to punch in the bump stop on the bottom, on that flange that I repaired. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm not going to be doing any more in the car tonight. It's 9 o'clock at night now, and I've got work. So when I pick up again, that'll be the wheel tub going in. That's me got the arch back out it, and you can see where I need to still clean up some paint. So I'll crack on and get that done now. That's me got the wheel tub back in position, and I've just put a couple of tacks up there, or a couple of plugs on the top there, just to hold it. The bolt's back in as well, without tripping over. The bolt's back in there, so hopefully that arch will stay in that position. So now all I need to do is run round it with the spot welder, and I've cut my finger open again on a bit of metal. So yeah, I'll let my finger dry up and then I'll run round the arch with the spot welder, and we'll get that tightened up. That's the arch in, so welded up. I've also marked out here where the stiffener goes, so I'll get that welded in. as well. Might be able to get it spot welded and then a couple of plugs, same as the other side. I've also got the bump stop still to weld in, I forgot all about that. So I'll get that welded up and give that a little clean up the welds. Yep, getting there. That's the stiffener or reinforcing bracket in there, welded up. It's not the prettiest, but it'll do. It'll clean up and you'll never see it. It's behind the fuel tank. Wheel tubs all welded in, and I've just got here to tidy up. That's an absolute mess, but yeah, I'll get that tidied up. The metal on this side wasn't very nice. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to call it a day for today. So in the next clip we should be making progress with the quarter panel, putting that on. Right, this is about a week later, and I'm back at it again. I've cleaned up the mating surfaces around the quarter panel, ready to get welded on. I think that's going to be the final position. I just need to dress this bit in here. I've had to dress that out a little bit just so I could get the panel to fit flush on the join there. Gap's not ideal, but it's too late now. This gap down here is still not great, but that could probably go in a touch at the bottom there. And I've also got adjustment on the door shims. There is a shim in the doors at the moment, quite a thick one. So if I replace my thinner shims, that'll sort that gap out. It's good up here as well. That's flush. So all I need to do now is get a couple of tacks on it and then get it spot welded. Well, what else I've done is I've cleaned up the welds down here as well. So they've been ground back, and at the back there, not that you can see it because it's dark. So anyway, let's get a couple of tacks in this, and that'll be the quarter panel finally on. I don't know if you can hear it, but the rain is thundering down here. Right, that's a couple of spot welds in at each side, just to hold the panel in. It's still in the position I'm happy with it. So what I'll do now is I'll just run along and do the rest of the spot welds on that waste rail. And that'll be them spot welded in. Metal must have been thin there because it's went right through. But I'll fill that with a bit of weld when I'm obviously doing the joins. So what I think I'll do now is I'll get the welder fired up and we'll get that tacked in. And round here as well. You know what I've forgotten to do? Punch holes in this. Bollocks. Right, it's not really a big deal. I can get the puncher right into most of that, and then up there. I'll just be careful when I'm drilling the holes. Too keen to get this panel on, that's the problem. Right, that's this side of the wing in. I didn't just tack it, I just went for it. And it's not pretty, I will admit that, but it's a lot better than the other side, considering the size of the gap. So I've got a brew now, so I'm going to have a brew, and once I've had a brew, I'll get this side tacked on. Getting there. Right, that's me got a few tacks in here, and that's nice and smooth. It's a nice flush, or it's at the same level as the rest of the panel. So what I'll do now is I'll put a bit of copper bar at the back and just weld to that. That will save me blowing holes in it, and I've also got that hole there to fill in as well. So yeah, I'll crack on with that, and then once that's done I can get the rest of the panel spot welded, and I've got in here as well to weld up. I've just popped a couple of deck screws in there just to pull the panel in, and it's helped with that gap. That gap's a lot better now. Still not great at the top, but yeah, get away with that. Right, that's this side welded in. That welded in without any problems, and I've also filled up that hole. So all I need to do now is get this spot welded in and plugged in here. So I'll charge the GoPro up, I'll crack on with that, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. And that brain's pissing down. Well, that's me finally got this all welded in and spot welded where it needs to be spot welded. Happy with this. That is very smooth and it's turned out really well. So that will just need a very, very thin bit of filler in there. Same with the back. Nice and smooth. So yeah, got a bit of cleaning up to do in the panel now. Down here, give that a wee clean up, and yeah, that's another step done. So there we go. Anyway guys, if you have made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.